the next book, it tries to take a pass at the idea of what happened if these cultures became more important. These subcultures became more important than the actual mainstream. What if the next war won't be because of Christianity, but because of, I don't know, punk rock versus emo? The thing that does prevail is the subculture, because there's a market for it. So what would happen if these subcultures are the only thing that is really, really left? If all the think about how much ideology you have when you're 16. You listen to your favorite punk rock band, I don't know, you listen to Bad Religion, and you think, oh God, Greg Graffin, he should be president. Everything he says is true. God damn it! If only he was the president of the United States, the world would be a better place. What would happen if these 16-year-olds actually took it too far, a bit too seriously? I mean, if everything else would be just like this blend of one unanimous culture, then the only real wars you would have would be wars about taste. Metal versus emo. Yeah, it's some kind of really, really weird concept. It's all parody or satire, and I think the question is, where is the border between your make-believe life and the real world? And I'm just trying to break that line, and I think that's a beautiful thing that happens with subculture, because on one hand it's this teenage thing and you're supposed to grow out of it, but on the other hand Berlin actually gives you the possibility to be a grown person and act upon it and just live your whole life inside of this. I think my publisher is a very, very good example. I mean, Jugendkulturen, that's exactly what they do. They keep this alive.
Yeah, the book was published at the Archiv der Jugendkulturen. How did you get actually in contact with these guys?
Leipziger Buchmesse.
Okay, and they said, hey, Gabriel S. Moses is such a great guy, we will publish his book. So you started to talk with them, or what happened?
I fell from the sky in a plate of gold, landed in their hands, and they realized that it's the best thing that ever happened to them. No, not in the comic book world or in the literature industry, it's very, very hard to find a publisher. I mean, people bust their back. I went around Europe, and I was fortunate enough to take my chance and go talk to them. I saw a publisher that was dealing with youth culture, with punk and rockabilly and everything, and I thought, it's brilliant. I mean, this is the publisher that I dreamed of, but they didn't necessarily deal with comic books. But I thought, okay, maybe I could pitch this, because this is about Israeli youth culture, and I saw that there was no book about Israeli youth culture. So I just, I offered it to them, and they were I think they're a very forthcoming and very aspiring publisher, and they really believe in, supporting interesting new topics, and so they just took a chance, and I think it's a great merge, because really I think they're an amazing publishing house.
What kind of music do you play?
I play with a band called End Of. I would like to call it punk, but my definition of punk is a bit different than other people's definition of punk.
Sorry, I think it's great. Mine too.
I mean, the way I see punk, or the way I always saw punk, is the idea that you take different poles in culture and impossible poles and mix them together to try and create chaos and raise questions about, how culture interacts. So what we do is, I don't know, it's somewhere between country and hardcore electronic music and punk rock and whatever fits, with a very humoristic tone to it.
Okay.
That's pretty much what you could expect from End Of. Most likely. Yeah.
Okay, Gabriel, thanks a lot for the interview.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Spunk, die Graphic Novel von Gabriel S. Moses, wurde vom Archiv der Jugendkulturen hier in Berlin veröffentlicht. Und zum Buch gibt es auch eine Art Soundtrack, denn dem Buch liegt eine CD bei. Von dieser CD haben wir schon ein paar Songs gerade gehört. Man findet darauf 16 Songs von israelischen Bands, alle aus dem Bereich Punk, Hardcore, Independent, ein bisschen Hip-Hop gibt es auch dazu, ein bisschen Ska. Zum Beispiel Bands wie The Hood, Ska Explosive oder Beste Fair oder Users ID oder Trademark oder Soon in hier. Alles Bands auf dem Sampler. Und ein paar Songs haben wir auch davon gehört. Gleich geht's weiter mit Jingo de Lunch hier bei Multicult FM. Und ich würde sagen, Wir hören uns gleich.